This card has the letters G and D in the artwork.
These stand for Galaxy Destroyer, which is part of the card's name.
Volamant Black Ray Lancer is summoned with a rank 3 Water Xyz monster.
Which means, ironically, Black Ray Lancer can't be used to summon it.
The first Malefic in the TCG was Malefic Blue Eyes White Dragon.
There was only one Dragon-type Malefic monster from 5Ds.
However, there were 2 for both dual monsters and GX.
Satellite Cannon was the first machine monster with 0 attack.
All card attributes have a spirit monster.
The only attribute that doesn't is Divine.
Berserker Soul's effect is resolved after a card that isn't a monster is drawn.
Even if your opponent gets damaged below 0 life points.
This means that the Pharaoh actually resolved the card correctly.
Mad Dog of Darkness is a corrupted version of Outstanding Dog Marin.
This is supported by the fact they both wear the same color.
And Mecha Dog Marin has the same pose as Mad Dog of Darkness.
Yugi, Jaden, and Yusei's first monster summoned was Winged Attribute.
This is not counting Yugi's first duel against Joey.
Against Kaiba, Yugi summons Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress.
The first monster Jaden summons is Elemental Hero Avian.
And the first monster Yusei summons is Speed Warrior.
The first and last Synchro Yusei summons is John Courier.
This is also the first and last Synchro summoned in the 5Ds anime.
In Arc 5, Stargazer and Time Gazer Magician have a rarity of rare.
However, neither of them have been printed in this rarity.
For Forma Palstein Magician appeared before its stats and effect were revealed.
It also mimics the stat line trend for Protagonist Ace monsters.
This is logical because it is Yuya's father's Ace monster.
Both Yusho and Yuya move in action duels by using their Ace monsters.
The original 4 Charmers appear in the Grand Spiritual Arnichirin card art.
The Dimension Dash spell took 20 years to be released in the OCG.
It first appeared in Dual Monsters on the 14th of May 2002.
Giving it the longest import time of any normal spell card.
Flying Sea has the combined stats of Max Sea and Shiny Black Sea.
King Sarcophagus can only be activated 4 times per turn.
This was the first card to have this activation limit.
There are 3 strange-looking cards based on real people.
These were combinations of portraits of the people and existing cards.
They reference the finalists of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Conference in 2001.
And they all look really cursed.
Dispel is a play on the word dispel.
If you put your hand in Pot of Greed, you'll find something that delights you.
But if you try to take it out, the pot will explode.
This is according to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Guide 2.
Jar of Greed has the shortest effect text of any card.
With only 12 characters, including spaces and punctuation.
Divine Serpent Gay is the only reptile-type level 12 monster.
Weevil and Rex appear in Dark Side of Dimensions.
They are in the crowd for Kaiba's speech.
However, this could be other people dressing up as Rex and Weevil.
As there are other people dressing up as Kaiba in Yugi.
The highest life points achieved was 102,900.
This was reached by Doug Thousand in Zexel.
However, the first person to reach 100,000 was Charlie McKay.
Both of these characters reached these life points against Yuma.
And despite their high life points, both of them lost those duels.
His cestus is a piece of equipment made to protect a fist.
However, some were fitted with metal studs to inflict damage.
This implies that battling Boxer Star Cestus has a star inside its wrist.
And Comet Cestus could have a comet in its wrist.
It's time for a trivia round.
Which of these cards was released first in the TCG?
Is it A, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon?
Or maybe it's B, number 39 Utopia Roots.
Or could it be C, number C96 Dark Storm?
The correct answer is C.
Rai means lightning or thunder in Japanese.
This is the reason Rai Rider is a thunder-type monster.
GG Blade Blaster was the first synchro that required 2 synchros to be summoned.
It was also the first monster to be summoned through Accel Synchro.
Volcanic Shell is ammunition for Blaze Accelerator.
2 volcanic shells can be seen in the card's artwork.
The white archetype was made because of Skull's servant.
This is because it was known as one of the weakest cards in the game.
All the Dimension Dragons have their summoning method in their name.
Morphing Jaw has the highest set number of cards you can draw,
with its effect specifically stating you can draw 5 cards.
But there's another card that only lets your opponent draw 5.
And that would be the Trap Present card,
which seems to be a newer version of gift card.
There are no cards that have attack or defense ending with a 5.
Trade-Tilt's name in Japanese translates to replace.
This indicates that it was made as a replacement for substitute.
Meteor Flare has an effect that no other trap has,
which allows it to be added to the hand from the graveyard.
But this has a cost of skipping the draw phase.
Middle Dragon was the first machine-type fusion monster.
Red Eye's Wyvern was the first one to tribute Red Eye's monster.
Vile germs have a positive effect.
This is ironic because in real life they definitely don't.
The monster in Patchy has the number 18 on its chest.
And its name comes from the Japanese numerals 1 and 8,
which are in Enpachi respectively, making Enpachi together.
However, this character was unfortunately killed.
As we can see in Pachi's decapitated head in memory of an adversary.
There are 8 cards with flavor text where Joey describes the monster,
including monsters such as Little D.
There are 2 equipped spells that give 1,500 attack and defense,
making them the 2 highest free attack and defense gain equipped spells.
Cybernetic Cyclopean is actually Hitatsumi Giant.
Only one equipped spell lets you choose to increase either attack or defense.
The card that gives you this choice is 7 completed.
Magician of Faith and Faith but are not the original names.
The word Saint was replaced by the word Faith in both cards.
This was done as an attempt to censor religious themes.
The hand in Raigeki break belongs to Dark Ruler Hades.
3 cards that deal effect damage appear in damage translation.
Those cards are Hinotamu, Tremendous Fire, and Solar Flare Dragon.
Number 29, Mannequin Cat, is a pun for Mannequin Naka.
This is a good luck charm that translates as Beckoning Cat.
It is possible that these 2 monsters are the same monster.
The main evidence being their identical clones.
Wolf and Silver Thing have the same type, level, stats, and attribute.
The art for Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon only has 1 head.
However, in this art, the monster has 2 sets of teeth.
The art is similar to this monster.
This card was the first monster to have its type changed.
When it was first released, it was printed as a dragon type.
However, its flavor text always stated it was a dinosaur.
Number 78 spells out 7 number cards.
And all of the numbers are written in glyphs.
The numbers mentioned here are numbers 32 to 34.
And these are Utopia Beyond, Utopia and Utopia Roots.
The card Time to Stand Up is named after a 5Ds episode.
And that is will the real Jackatless please stand up.
The card's artwork shows Majestic Red Dragon destroying the fake Red Dragon Archfiends.
Which is how Jackatless wins against his imposter.
So you made it this far, but can you answer this?
In the manga, Joy ranks 392nd in school rankings.
But where does Yugi rank?
Leave your answers in the comments.